So after a bumper 2012, 2013 will likely be a far more challenging year for advertisers. A regular on our show, WPP boss Sir Martin Sorrell joins us. Very good to see you again,
I don't
Sir
know whether it was bumper or not, actually.
2012? I'm sure
okay.
you and I have talked about that a number of times last year.
You had the elections, you had the Olympics. I mean, come on.
It didn't produce this sort of bumper year, and we did okay, but we muddled through. It was a tough year, 2012. We sort of got where we needed to get to, but we got there ugly.
If that was a tough year, then this one's going to look really nasty, right?
No, I think it's going to be very similar to. I'm a little bit different to Stanley. He's much more knowledgeable than me, obviously. But I feel a little bit. I mean, certainly things are better than they were last year, psychologically and emotionally. But we do have some big grey swans. We still have the U.S. deficit. I don't think they've done much. They've kicked the can down the road. I didn't like Boehner's statement yesterday about Obama's objective is to destroy the GOP in the second term.
You didn't feel that suggested constructive collaboration?
No, I didn't do it. That didn't sound like good negotiating ploy. And then Middle East, of course, has become sadly even more volatile, and Stanley knows all about that. And there must be some black swans there, the unknown unknowns. So I mean, it's true that China soft landing. I mean, that's there, and that's helpful. And Eurozone is because of Super Mario 1, I suppose, as opposed to Super Mario 2 is coming under control. So, but I still I think 2000, and then we've got the other grey swan, which is the referendum. But
yeah, and I want to talk about that because you've made your views quite clear on that. Uncertainty around a referendum could prove to be another reason for companies generally to postpone investment decisions. Yeah. Okay, that's a problem. It's not good news for you guys, is it?
No, it isn't. But it is what it is. The Prime Minister's made his decision. We have to get on with our lives. And clearly, we did an online poll, our Lightspeed poll, after the Prime Minister's speech, and they did like the speech. The Prime Minister has done very well here in Davos. I mean, the response to him, the young global leaders and the
having said that,
wait, excellent. And what they said on the poll was, they liked the content, they liked the speech. And if they were asked to vote on the referendum, they would vote against. They would vote coming out. Yeah.
And how would you vote?
I would vote to stay in. I really do believe that working from within is better. Being a member of the club is better. It's better being inside the tent rather than being outside the tent. So I think... Anyway, they're going to try and renegotiate the terms. Fine. We'd love to have better terms.
Yeah, but that seems pretty unlikely.
We'll see. Well, varied. I mean, you had your sort of secret meetings with Medvedev. I hear lots of journalists having their secret meetings with Merkel, and everything sort of permeates out. And people are saying, there is scope for some renegotiation. We have to see. I mean, obviously, the UK is a big force, and I think a lot of people do want the UK in the EU, and there might be some operating or some negotiating leverage between now. I think the big issue from my point of view, having said all that, is the timing, because it is a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
a long time of uncertainty, you mean?
Absolutely. Well, it's a long time until we get the referendum. But the other interesting thing, which may be a good thing, actually, is that coming back to where we are, Western Europe, Western continental Europe, may be in really reasonably strong recovery mode when we get to 15, 16, 17. France, Italy, Spain. And there are some signs in Spain of a pickup. Not pickup, it's of stabilisation, certainly. And we are seeing some restructuring with the
But Martin, isn't that the irony of this British initiative? Britain could find itself pulling out of the EU just as the European economy starts to strengthen?
Christy, if we believe in this, we have to make the case. And we have to make Europe much more competitive. I mean, the big issue here in Davos about Europe, Western continental Europe, is it's uncompetitive. We have to make it more competitive. In a world where the US is going to be more competitive, I mean, US manufacturing is going to get more competitive, self-sufficiency in oil, 3D printing technology, these manufacturing technologies are going to have a major impact on the growth and strength of the United States. So we have to be, and we're going to be a member, if we stay in, of 450 million people, $17, $18 trillion of GDP. It's actually the biggest trade bloc. And the Prime Minister, head of the G8, is going to renegotiate negotiate a free trade agreement with the US, which is going to make life better as well. So everything in the garden will be rosy.
It's morning in the world.
Yeah.
Good morning, world.
I know you've got to rush off to a breakfast. I know that, a breakfast briefing.
Yes, we're sort of Turkey 2020. I shouldn't say this, actually. Turkey 2020. Yeah.
Okay, but very quickly, Q4 GDP numbers out today in the UK.
Yeah.
Are we going to go triple dip?
Look, this definition of, I know it fills your airtime, but
you talk about it too. You talk about it too.
Come on. It is a little, infinitely small difference. Look, the fact is the UK is bumping along the bottom at worst. I think it's a corrugated bottom. This is one of the corrugations, all right? But basically, the tone in the UK and the bookends of Europe, right? Mm-hmm. Germany and the UK are in better state and health than France, Italy, and Spain. And Russia, Poland, and Germany is going to be a force, a big force.
All right.
Which, by the way, is another reason why we should be in Europe.
All right. Very good, Simon. Great to see you as always.
Thank you, sir.
Simon, Sorrell.
So it woke me up anyway this morning.
Yes,
I was a little bit asleep, and now I'm up.